So, if someone wants to change their body, and let's say, you've gotten out of shape, you have, a little bit too much body fat, and you just want to lose, you know, 20, 30 pounds over the next, let's say 3 months, 4 months, something like that. Okay. What would I do, or what would I advise someone to do to really get lean, lose the body fat, build some muscle, and look better? Basically, do like a transformation or a recomposition of the body. So, first of all, 80% of your success comes from nutrition. And because you already have enough body fat, you have enough energy stored, so to speak, you need to focus on fat loss first, which means nutrition is number one. So I would go on almost a keto style diet. And the reason for this is because it's so much easier to, let's say, create a meal where you just have to cut out the carbs, where you just have protein with some vegetables or salad, and you basically avoid carbs because usually you eat them and then they have a lot of calories and they are making it harder for you to lose weight. So if you're on a more keto style diet, and I say keto style because you can have some carbs in the morning, maybe one oatmeal before, after, or around your workout. That's where you can have some. But in the afternoon and in the evening, no more carbs. Just protein with some vegetables or salad. I would also use maybe some protein shakes. So maybe have 3 meals and 3 protein shakes. And not 3 large meals, but 3 smaller meals. Or you have, let's say, a salad at 6, which can be a huge salad, volume-wise, with some chicken and a low-calorie dressing or just basic balsamic vinegar. So that the dressing itself is not really a problem with the calories, but you have a lot of volume so that you fill up your stomach, but you basically have almost no calories that you consume because you have lots of lettuce that you eat, combined with some chicken, right? For example. So, I would also include protein shakes. And the reason why is because let's say I have this craving for chocolate, right? So I have a chocolate protein shake several times a day. And the reason for this is because it curbs my appetite, protein itself. The chocolate flavor takes care of the cravings. And also I'm giving my body, the material to build muscle, right? Because I want to build muscle and lose fat, right? So that's the goal. Then I would do cardio or workout on an empty stomach first thing in the morning and then eat afterwards. I think you're going to burn more calories this way. It's going to be easier to do. And also, maybe you don't have as much strength at the workout, but honestly, you get used to it. And for me, it's the best way. I don't like doing cardio or workout later in the day. Cardio, maybe steps, yes, but just also remember this. So imagine you eat all day. Let's say you have several meals, you go to work, you eat, and then at 6 o'clock at night, you go to the gym and you do 1 hour of cardio, just as an example. Where does your body take the energy from, the fuel for the cardio? It takes it from where it's easiest accessible, from the food that you just ate that's in your stomach. So basically, if you eat all day and then you do cardio an hour, it's almost pointless. Do you see what I mean? You have to be in a position where you force your body to use the body fat because there's nothing else available. And the best time to do this is after, let's say, 12-hour fast when you slept, and then do it on an empty stomach, because then your body is almost forced. Yes, it will use the glycogen from your, stored muscles, in the stored muscles, and then it will use. But the point is, you're going to burn more body fat if you do it on an empty stomach. And yes, if your overall calorie intake, blah, 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 is better, then yes, you will burn just as much. However, and this is the thing. There's the rules and the studies, and then there is the real world advice, and also what is practical. So yes, you can eat as many carbs as you like. You can eat McDonald's 3 times a day. If you're in a calorie deficit, you will lose weight. However, it is easier just to cut out the carbs and focus on protein and vegetables, than to try to count calories or to, let's say, just focus on all the details. Sometimes an easy rule is just have no carbs, work out on an empty stomach in the morning, or do cardio on an empty stomach in the morning, and you will make results. It's easier this way. It's like, people overcomplicate things, and sometimes because you hear all these people and you repeat what you've heard somewhere. What is real world advice that actually works? And in my opinion is just cut out the carbs for a while, to be honest. It could be bad or it doesn't matter. It works, The first week when you cut out the carbs, what happens? You lose a lot of water too, because water is stored in your muscles as glycogen. But the point is not necessarily that. The point is it gives you momentum. So you go on the scale every day and then you see the scale going down and it gets you motivated. So whether it's body fat or water is almost a little bit irrelevant, because it's, it gives you this drive, this motivation to keep going. Then what else would I do? Well, I would do one session of weight training and one session of cardio, or you do, let's say, 45 minutes to an hour of weight training and then immediately after 20 minutes of cardio. 20 minutes sometimes is enough because you're already in that fat burning zone, or 20 to 30 minutes of cardio. What I also do, and that works well for me and works well for others, is I just do 10,000 steps a day. And, you walk around anyway, and then maybe in the evening or so, or the afternoon, I go for a walk for like an hour or something like that. And boom, I have 10,000 steps, and that helps to burn body fat, because let's be real here. You cannot outwork a bad diet, meaning if you eat too many calories, you cannot work out 10 hours a day just to make up for those. But most of your calories are used or burned. 85% comes from like your bodily functions, like maintaining your blood, your temperature, your body temperature, the blood flow, everything that. So everything that you need to just function as a human being, as your body, with your body, comes from, most of it is just the energy that it takes. And the more muscle you have, the more energy you will require or burn to, just to function. So the goal is obviously to cut calories, to be in a calorie deficit, and to work out with weights to build muscle and to burn fat with cardio. And the fastest way to burn fat, it's only actually, you can take all the supplements and all the drugs and everything in the world. If you eat too many calories, you will gain weight. You won't lose weight. It doesn't matter what you take. So the thing is, diet and exercise are going to be, or diet and cardio are the two things that help you to lose body fat. So you want to do a combination of weight training. In my opinion, you should do maybe an hour of weight training and an hour of cardio. Whether this hour is intense or walking or whatever, it doesn't matter. Low, steady cardio. Not running. Running is too much because it's going to burn too much of your muscles. So you want to, if you can, sprint and then walk, and sprint and walk. That's fine too. Whatever works for you. If you play tennis for an hour, that's fine. Okay? You run around, you stop, you sweat, you get your pulse up. You just have to kind of do some sort of, or bike riding, some sort of physical activity. But weight training, I would say, is 80% and cardio is 20%. And the number one, of course, as I keep repeating myself, is if you have your nutrition in check, you will make progress because it's 80% of your success. I would use extra protein powder or whatever, Hydro Whey isolate. It's easier digested. The whey protein isolate, it's a bit different. And then also keto style, carnivore style almost diet with some exceptions, and just eat 6 times a day, 3 meals and 3 protein shakes. If you do that and you work out, after 3 months, you will be in shape, whether you believe it or not. It will work for sure. And you don't have to count calories, just keep it simple.